Very few leaders can stand here and tell you to stop the extortion that's going on in Parliament.
This president gave us a finance bill. That was very unpopular. We passed it for him. This president gave us a housing levy. Very unpopular. We passed it for him. This president has asked us to pass SHA. We sat here until 10 p.m. Passed it for him. What have we done for him? What has this parliament not done for president that he now has to come and...
This fellow who is called chairman of welfare in committees, what is their job?
Now the committee on Park has done very well with e-citizen, and my guess is good because I think that is where the rage is coming from. They have come out to unmask the culprits of e-citizen and how money is being stolen.
What is Sokohuru? What is Sokohuru? Tell me, what is... You know Sokohuru?
Say anything. You have the majority leader, the minority leader, they don't say anything. By now I expected Honorable Chair to have a statement from Honorable Mazayo and Honorable Cheriot defending the institution and putting the record straight. Our speaker, he's nowhere to be seen. And even you, Chair, I want to challenge you, and the Senator for Kituya said.
Where does somebody find 150 million? Where?
Chair, if you don't defend this committee, because this committee was specifically singled out, they say we are the rent seekers in the Senate. Chair, if you don't defend us today, we are willing to move a motion of your removal. Today.
Do you, for example, know, do you, for example, know that a few members of your committee collected 10 million shillings so that you could pass that law on anti-money laundering? Did you get the money?
Sisi wanasiasa ni kama shetani.
Guy, anyway.
GUMZO News TV, jicho la tatu.
Kuna matamshi President William Ruto aliweza kuyatamka siku ya juzi, na hayo matamshi yameweza kumchongea Rais William Ruto, kwa sababu vile tunaongea hivi wabunge siku ya leo waliweza kuandamana pale bungeni. Wabunge wameweza kukasirika sana na haya matamshi ya President William Ruto, na wakaweza kugadhabishwa sana na hayo matamshi, kwa sababu Rais William Ruto aliweza kutamka haya.
Very few leaders can stand here and tell you to stop the extortion that's going on in Parliament. I'm telling you the truth. Very few leaders. Because we like making peace with mediocrity. Oh, you know, and trying to explain things that we shouldn't be explaining. Now let me ask you, friends, you know, we are all friends here. Yeah, we are one team, or so I guess. This fellow who is called chairman of welfare in committees, what is their job? What is their job? Extortion, that's it. And that is what Prime Minister is saying. You know? You know, what is Sokohuru? What is Sokohuru? Tell me, what is... You know Sokohuru? The latest Sokohuru in the Senate. Because you have to accept, you know, by virtue of the position I hold today, I am a consumer of raw intelligence. I know what's going on. Where does somebody find 150 million? Where? Eh? Is that his money? That is money that belongs to the county. Is that correct or not correct? Yes. Let me ask you, members of parliament who are seated here. Do you, for example, know, do you, for example, know that a few members of your committee collected 10 million shillings so that you can you could pass that law on anti-money laundering. Did you get the money? So going forward, si tunataka tukubaliane, si we are one team. Yes, there are people who are destroying the credibility of Parliament. And they are collecting money in the name of Parliament. And some of the time, or most of the time, that money never gets to Parliament, it gets to a few people. We are not going to shame them. We are going to arrest them. Yes. Do we agree? Do we agree? Yes. Whoever is giving and whoever is being given and whoever is doing whatever it is, we sort them out. Because the reality, friends, the reality is that there is a problem. And we all know here, tukitaka tu kusema ukweli, there is a problem. And unless we sort it out, we are going to destroy our nation. We are going to destroy this nation unless we sort it out.
Member for Bumula.
Honorable Speaker, I was very shocked yesterday by the sentiments of His Excellency the President.
Members, let's listen to one another.
You will add me some 30 seconds, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Constitution is very clear. Chapter 8, 9 and 10 is very clear in terms of roles of Parliament, Judiciary and the Executive. This House is self-regulating through the Committees of Powers and Privileges chaired by none other than the Speaker himself. Mr. Speaker, this House has done well. As a National Assembly, we've risen to the occasion. When we called out on Shah, during Adani, now the Committee on PAC has done very well with e-citizen, and my guess is good, because I think that is where the rage is coming from. They have come out to unmask the culprits of e-citizen and how money is being stolen. Honorable Speaker, this House, this floor impeached a minister of government, Honorable Mithika Linturi. We have done well, Honorable Speaker, as a Parliament. It is wrong, Honorable Speaker, for President to say he's fed on raw intelligence, Honorable Speaker, and moves to make such accusations against us. Honorable Speaker, in law, and you know better than me, anybody who becomes aware of a crime and keeps quiet of it is an accomplice. As we speak, the Honorable President is an accomplice, Honorable Speaker. Why was he giving the 10 million shillings?
Order, Wamboka. I referred you to Standing Order 87. You want to discuss the person and conduct of the President, bring a motion.
Well guided, Honorable Speaker.
Yes. Read your standing orders.
Well guided, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the President has all instruments. The President has all instruments.
Order, Otieno Amolo, what is it? Give Otieno Amolo the mic. What's happened? Move to the...
Mr. Speaker,
yes.
As you know, I respect your guidance and rulings, but I had intended to bring this letter for your formal guidance on content of speeches. 87.1. Mr. Speaker, it's my understanding that what you cannot discuss is the conduct of the President, but you can discuss his speech. I'd like you to give a ruling on that.
As we sit here, I have no speech from the president to discuss. You know very well, Honorable Tienda Molo, that when the president addresses the House, he makes a speech, and I allow you to debate it for 3 days. As it is here, I have no speech that can guide me on what you should debate. So, Amboka, go on.
There is a thin line, Honorable Speaker, of what we are discussing, but I think the point is made. Our thinking, Honorable Speaker, is someone is trying to get to NGCDF, KERA, Honorable Speaker, and other funds that are devolved through this House, Honorable Speaker, and that is unacceptable, Honorable Speaker. To the extent, Honorable Speaker, that you are a member of Parliament, #1, member of National Assembly, that we see the kind of headlines that we see, like what was there today, Honorable Speaker, add me 2 minutes, I was distorted, Honorable Speaker. Yeah, that we see the kind of headlines today, Honorable Speaker, that's unacceptable. That is unacceptable. You are the champion, you are the head of this House, Honorable Speaker. We will not allow anybody to try and mud you, because that is tantamount to mudding the whole House, Honorable Speaker. As I finish, we are now going to exercise our teeth. We are now going to bite. And Honorable Speaker, as I speak, there is a table a censure motion. It is before you, Honorable Speaker, it's coming. We must now take our rightful position as a National Assembly. It is so painful. Some members of this House, most members have stood with the executive. They have defended the executive. They have suffered because of executive, Honorable Speaker. They have lost their popularity, some of them, presumably because of the executive. And now the same executive want to throw them under the bus. We say no. Wakwende.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I will beg that I be added 2 minutes for context as a member of the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee. Mr. Speaker, first of all, let it be clear, I am a member of the committee. I have never sought or received any gain or advantage to support or oppose anything, except as by law and my conscience and my constituents. Mr. Speaker, the simple sequence of that long statement read by my chair is that this was a government bill sponsored by the Executive Office of the President. And we were told that we needed to pass it to remove Kenya from the grey list. In compliance, and it was signed off by the leader of majority, we complied, it came here, it passed. Where is our fault? Should we have rejected it? Because if we did, then you can blame us. Mr. Speaker, if that passage of the act and the amendment was procured by any corruption, then that corruption can only come from the Executive Office of the President. Because they are the ones who wanted it to pass. And if that is so, then 3 things follow. 1, that either the President or someone in his office knows who gave the bribe. 2, the President or someone in his office knows who received that bribe. And 3, they know why it was given, because obviously it could not have been for passage. It's even more annoying that it is alleged that some 10 million was given. Do you know 10 million to give the members, that's 28,000. So it's being alleged that members of this house are cheap as 28,000 to pass a law. It's even more annoying. Mr. Speaker, some of us have reputations and careers beyond the...
I've been here long enough to know that every time we've had a bipartisan initiative, this house suffers. I remember in the 11th Parliament, when the President and Raila came together at that time on IBC, we were brought here one afternoon, we were told, pass these bills, no removal of a comma, no full stop being removed. When BBI came, the same thing. Now we have this opportunity, and I thought this would be used to bring the country together and fight these ills together. Corruption has been pointed out as the biggest ill you've had. And all those initiatives, the one of Uhuru and Raila, the one now, corruption was at the forefront to be fought. But it disheartens you, Mr. Speaker, for the president to come before members of parliament and tell us that he knows that a governor gave people money. He knows that an MP was given money. And those governors and those MPs are not arrested. What does he want us to do? Are we police? If you're the president and you know those who are stealing, why don't you arrest them? Why do you come to tell us? What do I have to do with it? You are the president. You are saying you want to fight corruption. And you know those who are stealing. What are you waiting for? Is it our business? Everyone should carry out their functions. This president gave us a finance bill. That was very unpopular. We passed it for him. This president gave us a housing levy. Very unpopular. We passed it for him. This president has asked us to pass SHA. We sat here until 10 p.m. Passed it for him. What have we done for him? What has this parliament not done for president that he now has to come and bastardize us? What? Let him do his job. And why he's also involved in corruption, we'll follow him. You can't come and name everyone else be corrupt as if yourself you're very clean. It doesn't work like that. We have one country. We must all protect this country. We won't allow. We are not begging for CDF. We don't use CDF money ourselves. We're not begging for CDF to be kept. Senate should not beg to carry out his functions. It is not the job of Raila to tell us what the law says. It can't be. This House must take it back seriously going forward. And if there's a PS or a minister stealing money, let us deal with them. But we can't allow people to come and start reading for us Riot Act as if themselves they are very clean. This parliament must reclaim its place in history.
Give him 30 seconds.
Mr. Speaker, I was very happy yesterday with our leadership. Because you cannot go before governors, abuse us, insult us, then call us. Instead of telling us why you called us, you start lecturing us on matters that you should deal with personally. Mr. Speaker, I want to request our leaders today, leadership of parliament. Let's deal with the issue the president has raised, but let's not be beggars. CDF, we must sit here as members of parliament, make sure that CDF is entered in the constitution. We can't allow people who don't sit in parliament to control what we do in this parliament, Mr. Speaker. It's wrong, and we must deal with it.
Thank you. Your time.
Say anything. You have the majority leader, the minority leader, they don't say anything. By now I expected Honorable Chair to have a statement from Honorable Mazayo and Honorable Cheriot defending the institution and putting the record straight. Our Speaker, he's nowhere to be seen. And even you, Chair, I want to challenge you, and the Senator for Kituya said, Chair, if you don't defend this committee, because this committee was specifically singled out, they say we are the rent seekers in the Senate. Chair, if you don't defend us today, we are willing to move a motion of your removal. Today. Because we cannot continue like this. If somebody has any evidence, let them present it. I don't think, Chair, we have ever sent you to get money from anybody. We don't send our chairs there. In this committee, there's no welfare, there's no member for welfare here, as far as I know. So, Chairman, you just know that you, as a leader of this committee, have a responsibility to defend this committee. We can't do it on our own and individually. I'm putting the leadership of the Senate on notice. The Speaker must defend his institution. He is the head of the House. Our leadership, the majority and minority leader, they should not go to those meetings to just make jokes about welfare. They should defend the institution and call out the hypocrites who are pointing fingers at Parliament, and yet we know they are the originators of corruption in this country. I thank you, Honourable Chair.
Thank you. I know you made very strong remarks, but we must also reflect that we've got the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act, which governs how...
Now the Committee on PAC has done very well with e-citizen, and my guess is good, because I think that is where the rage is coming from. They have come out to unmask the culprits of e-citizen and how money is being stolen.
Honorable Speaker, Article 96 should actually be implemented the more. We cannot say that you want the county assembly members be left to the responsibility of oversighting governance. Honorable Speaker, a governor that controls 13 billion shillings, a county governor that controls 13 billion shillings cannot be oversighted by an MCA who wants 80,000 shillings, and then they give them 3,000 shillings every day, Honorable Speaker, even to follow them, Honorable Speaker. This House, Honorable Speaker, has been under attack from every corner.
And yesterday I was very upset because there is state capture in this country. Let this House today, let us look at what is happening at the e-citizens. How many pipes are leaking government revenue to private pockets? Do your work as members of parliament. Let us call them out. Sugar mills were privatized. Workers are being fired. Let us know who took over the sugar mills built by public funds without competition. Let them tell us. I have a question in the floor of this House calling the Minister for Treasury to come and explain to us. Let us take the war to them. Let us take the war to them. If they want, we will give.
Honorable Joseph was asking who are those the speaker is mentioning, because they were not born by then, Honorable Speaker. But that is the beauty of this House, Honorable Speaker, and it tells you that in this House, Honorable Speaker, we have men and women, as Honorable Juneta has said, who have been elected by the people to come and represent them and oversight government on behalf of the people. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, when we oversight the executive and the judiciary, because we have that singular role as enshrined in this constitution, we don't do it as a favor to anybody. Not to the president, not as a favor to those serving in the executive. We do it on behalf of the people. Therefore, I want first to encourage members that nothing and nobody should instill fear in you in doing your work as members of parliament, because you are duly elected by the people of Kenya to exercise oversight even over the executive, even the office of the president, and even the president himself. That is why this House has powers under this constitution to impeach those in the executive, and those in the executive can do nothing to remove you from this House. Absolutely nothing. Because that is how we crafted our constitution, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I have listened to many of the contributions, and let me take particular interest to what the Honorable Tienda Omolo said. That we have a Powers and Privileges Committee in this House, Honorable Speaker, which fortunately is chaired by none other than yourself. This Powers and Privileges Committee has the powers and a singular mandate to receive complaints, as Honorable Tienda Omolo said, from whatever quarter against any member of parliament who may engage in any manner of impropriety, whether within the precincts of parliament or outside parliament, Honorable Speaker. It is not fair to condemn the House in its entirety, Honorable Speaker. We have young members like Honorable Njeri, Honorable Joseph, who just joined this House the other day, Honorable Speaker. We have older members like the Honorable Keinan, the father of the House, who has been here for a long time, and yourself, Honorable Speaker. When this House is condemned, you are condemned. The Honorable Keinan is being condemned. The Honorable Njeri and Joseph here are being condemned. Honorable Speaker, if there are people who have suffered, I am among those people who have suffered immensely from this condemnation. I was a sponsor of that bill the Honorable Murugara was speaking about as leader of the majority. I saw yesterday when figures of 150 million shillings were mentioned that relate to the Senate. There are people who went on social media to say, oh, that is the 150 million Kimani Ichung'wah used to purchase I don't know what where, Honorable Speaker. No, this time they didn't mention a chopper, they were mentioning shares I invested in a bank. But I have invested an investment I have made, Honorable Speaker, from money I have borrowed from our own parliamentary circle and my other circle in Muhasibu. Fortunately, Honorable Speaker, when they banded those stories, thinking they are maligning me, the share price of NHIF has risen by 2 shillings. And therefore, that investment, by the very essence of their maligning stories, has gone up. And today I can liquidate them, pay off my loan, and walk home with a clean, tidy amount, tidy sum. But you cannot vilify me for that. Nobody should vilify any member of parliament because they are members of parliament, Honorable Speaker. When we vilify one person in this House unfairly, we are vilifying the institution of parliament. And we must protect and defend as strongly as we can the integrity, not of even ourselves as individuals, but of the institution of parliament. Because this institution is there to oversight. And we cannot have... Honorable Speaker, I was saying we cannot have meaningful oversight over the executive if we are seen to be beyond reproach, Honorable Speaker. Let us use our Powers and Privileges Committee to ensure, Honorable Speaker, if by any chance there is any one of us, and I say any one of us, Honorable Speaker, including myself, who, Honorable Speaker, as the Swahili would say, aliye na tuhuma yoyote, let them be before the Powers and Privileges Committee and also before the investigative agencies like EACC, so that they may take action so that we protect the institution of parliament, Honorable Speaker. Two, Honorable Speaker, on the question of what is provided for in Article 94 to 96 of our Constitution, and I don't want to repeat what has been said about the powers of the House, in our sister House in the Senate, to oversight national revenue that is going to the counties. I think it is a matter, and I said it yesterday, Honorable Speaker, in that meeting, that it is a matter that is explicitly provided for in the Constitution. We cannot amend this Constitution by vilifying the institutions of parliament, whether it is the National Assembly or the Senate. Let us just purpose to live by the tenets of this Constitution. Honorable Speaker, NGCDF. Again, NGCDF is vilified and attacked in this fashionable thing to attack members of parliament. NGCDF does not belong to members of parliament. The Kikuyu NGCDF does not belong to Kimani Ichung'wah. Neither does the Eldasa NGCDF belong to the Honorable Kenan Mohammed. Aden Kenan. Honorable Speaker, NGCDF belongs to the people of Kenya, to the constituents who have elected us to come and represent them here. We oversight NGCDF just like any other fund in government. Honorable Speaker, when the to their sittings, they called my fund manager and the board officials here, the board CEO, NGCDF board CEO. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, we must also protect NGCDF, not for our own sake, not because we have anything to do with NGCDF, because it has everything to do with delivery of public goods and services to the people who have elected us to represent them, Honorable Speaker. And let me just conclude by saying, Honorable Speaker, we would have no business being the people's representatives if we have nothing that we can oversight those that have been charged by the people of Kenya to hold public funds in their trust. Then we have no business being members of parliament if we can't oversight. We will have no business being members of parliament if you will be able to go to your constituency. You find at a time like now when it is cold and rainy, a school latrine has sunk or a roof has been blown away, and you cannot influence anything, Honorable Speaker, with the NGCDF committees to ensure that you make good the lives of the people who have elected you. We must protect NGCDF with our blood and our souls, Honorable Speaker, in this House. We must. And we must tell everybody, Honorable Speaker, even those who are in the county governments, Honorable Speaker, and we have said it numerously, we are not in competition with the county governments. NGCDF, as Chepkonga has said, the new NGCDF Act of 2015 makes it very clear what role NGCDF plays in education, in security, Honorable Speaker. We amended the Act here the other day, Honorable Speaker, to even remove the contentious issues that were there before, like sports, and we removed them, Honorable Speaker, because we want to live and abide by what is provided for in this Constitution. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, let me say, we must, as a House, stand together, stand strong, and walk with our heads high, Honorable Speaker, if you have nothing to be suspicious of anything you do. Finally, Honorable Speaker, let me ask ourselves, the things we say, the things we do out there also portray something of us. The things that were said here of the finance bill last year, Honorable Speaker, that members were being paid to vote this and that, Honorable Speaker, those are the things that lower the dignity, and we keep saying, lower the dignity of this House and entertain even those who are vilifying and entertaining things being said against us, Honorable Speaker. I beg, Honorable Speaker, to end there, and thank you.
Honorable members, let me thank you as a House, particularly the Honorable Murugara and Honorable...
If there is one person I admire is Honorable Raila Odinga, and the reason I admire Honorable Raila Odinga is because he's a person who stands on principle, and even if he's the only man standing, he will remain standing on principle. Mr. Speaker, I have learned from the best, and that is why I stand on principle like the person I admire, Honorable Raila Odinga, and urge my party leader to listen to the ground on NGCDF. Mr. Speaker, I also want to urge my party leader that there is one thing I've admired about him, which is equality and fairness. Mr. Speaker, what is coming out of this House is that he's looking at governors more favorably than he's looking at members of parliament, which is Senate and National Assembly. We are all your children. Look at all of us favorably. Mr. Speaker, I want to speak to, should I one day be unfortunate to be the president, because it's not a happy occasion to be president, but should I be unhappy to be president of this republic, one thing I cannot take for granted, if I got that opportunity, is the support of parliament. If you are a president, do not take for granted the support of parliament. If in doubt, ask Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Mr. Speaker, finally, on corruption, there is demand and there is supply side. We have heard and we keep hearing a lot on supposed or alleged demand. As a governance expert, tell us the supply side. If you are serious about dealing with corruption that is bedeviling this country, let us look at demand and the supply side. And as a Christian, Mr. Speaker, I want to remind us that I was taught a song. Kila mtu atauchukua mzigo wake mwenyewe, na kila mtu atabewa habari zake mwenyewe mbele za Mungu, siku hiyo itakuja. Individual responsibility.
Thank you. Honorable Rindikiri Murwita.
GUMZO News TV, jicho la tatu.